Hey everybody and welcome to TalkChain, the top crypto podcast on the internet today. My name is Matt and Rob is not here with me, but we're still going to have a good time. Today I'm going to talk about the crypto trading platform that's being rolled out from Robinhood right now, and also just going to talk about market update, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. Total market cap today, 420 billion. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for me personally. 2 days ago, we were above 500 billion, and now we're just barely holding on to 400 billion, which is not ideal. Pretty much double-digit losses across the board. Tether holding strong at $1. Nano seeing a bit of a pump, but otherwise we got a big disappointment. Bitcoin dominance is maintaining at around 39%, which is interesting because it seems to suggest that there's been more of an effect on the entire market rather than Bitcoin itself. And if we sort of look at total market cap, we can see that we made this higher high up here a few days ago, and then we're continuing in this bearish downtrend. So if we were to draw a cute line, can you guys see that? Yes, you can. If we were to draw a cute line from these peaks here, we would have seen that around February last week sometime we would have broken that trend line and headed up forward. So gonna see if this this downtrend is going to continue or continue to make higher highs as we go into a different kind of market. Looking at Bitcoin itself, if anybody's been paying attention to the crazy lines I've been drawing, just to update you on that. So I don't think I've changed this. I may have moved this one a little bit or lengthened some of these, but I don't like to toot my own horn, but we did see a lot of battle here around, it was last week sometime, around the 11,000 area, and I had a feeling that was going to happen only because the trends that we were seeing, we had an uptrend going on with a lot of stronger, I would say, downward pressure from this trend line here, and it seemed to meet at around 11,000. And it looks like we rejected that a few days ago, and so we're currently heading back down. But the real battle is, are we going to see a bounce before we hit the 7,000 area, and then we're going to continue to make higher highs, or are we going to continue downward and go further below 7,000 and continue in bearish territory? I'm not going to make any predictions. It's going to be rocky from here on out, I think, and we'll just have to see how everything goes. But I'm definitely not going to make any solid predictions since I've been such a disaster at that throughout the length of this podcast. But I haven't sold anything. I still have that Ethereum that I bought last week. I think I told everybody, and I get paid in a little while, so probably going to add to my position if we're not going parabolic on any sort of crazy trend. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this Robinhood thing. So today there was a blog post by Robinhood that crypto trading is here. And by here, they mean, of course, only a select few people in a select few states in only the country of the United States are going to have access to this crypto trading. So the states that it's offered to is California, Massachusetts. I am lucky enough to live in California, so I will be reporting on how the quality of this rollout goes once I get it. I was messing around a little bit with just the following the different cryptocurrencies that's offered, and it's alright. It looks kind of flashy. I don't know about the theme. A lot of people seem to like the retro theme. I think it's kind of cheesy, and it would have been, I don't know, just to make it seem more adult, just keep the theme the same, so I don't feel like I'm in some sort of retro disco club. But besides that, it seems to work pretty good. It seems to follow the price that I see in general on CoinMarketCap. So that's ideal. What else did I notice here? So the other thing that was interesting to me is regarding Robinhood in general and crypto, it's really the connection between their user base and the crypto space that I think is the most important. So they mention at the end of their blog post that they have 4 million users and over 100 billion in transaction volume on their brokerage platform. So 4 million users is nice. It's not a gigantic user base, and most of these people probably have no interest whatsoever in crypto. I think actually I have it up here. So if you click through their get early access, they mention that there's over 100 people that have signed up right here. So it's an impressive number. It's not 4 million, it's 1 million, but it's still bringing new money into the market, which I think is good. The 100 billion in transaction volume is a substantial amount of transaction volume, but this is of course in equities, and there's way more equity stocks that are available than cryptocurrencies that are available for trading. So it's not surprising that that number is so big, especially since they're commission-free brokers. So it attracts a lot of people who don't want to pay commissions or just buy and hold and don't want to bother dealing with a complicated platform. So bringing 1 million users into this, I think, is cool. I think a lot of these users are probably already on Coinbase or Binance, but since they already have Robinhood, it'll be an easy way for them to not need to wait the 5 days before using their money like Coinbase and GDAX makes them do. So either way, I think it's going to only increase the amount of people that get into crypto. But a few of the nuances that I noticed. So somebody in Reddit was complaining that, this Robinhood crypto, it's not an exchange. They're going to be using existing exchanges to fill orders. And we don't necessarily know what those exchanges are. So this is in fact true. So one of the things that you should pay attention to is that they actually aren't going to be an exchange. They're just going to connect to another exchange, and they don't tell us which one. And they're going to make trades through that exchange on your behalf. But essentially it's going to be smoothed out so you get the price that you want, but it's going to be through another exchange. So Robinhood themselves aren't going to be involved in actually changing the crypto from hand to hand. It's going to be through another exchange that this happens. So they also mentioned that they're the ones that aren't going to charge you a commission, but who knows what the price is that they're going to pay for making that trade through another exchange. So I'm not terribly worried about this, only because it's going to be negligible. I think they haven't given us any details on that, so that's something to be mindful of. I'm not too worried about it, but I am going to keep my eye on what's going to be the actual final charge for making an order. So presumably they're going to get charged by the exchange for each trade that's made, and we don't know where that cost is going to go, whether or not Robinhood's going to eat it or they're going to try and pass it on to the customer. But we should know when that happens how it's going to work. So before I move on too much, I just wanted to compare actually the volume of different things. So they mention here that they have $100 billion in transaction volume on their brokerage platform. So to compare that to exchanges that already exist in crypto anyway, I read before Coinbase, 13 million users, and they do 600 million in volume every day. That's a lot. Binance, 5 million users and $2 billion of volume every day. So that's still a substantial amount for crypto, given that there's only about 1,500 cryptocurrencies out there, and not all of them are offered by these exchanges. But it's interesting to get perspective on how the equity markets are different from the crypto markets, and that's one difference, is the volume is much less. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Now, the other thing that was cool about this, I don't know if it's cool, but it is something to be mindful of. So the brokerage account that Robinhood works under is called Robinhood Financial LLC, and they're like a legitimate brokerage, and there's nothing else really that needs to be said. The crypto trading, though, is not done through this. It's done through this Robinhood Crypto LLC, which is not a broker-dealer, not a member of FINRA, and is not a member of SIPC, which I had to Google that because I'd never heard of it before. But it's some sort of agency that is able to liquidate a company if there's some sort of fraud or something that goes on. So you can Google them and look deeper into this. But So brokerage firms close. These are the guys that come in and try to recover as much as they can for the clients. Anyway, so not protected by FINRA either. So it's very much the Robinhood crypto side is as illegitimate as any other crypto trading platform. So keep that in mind. I know everybody who's in this game already realizes that there's risks involved with crypto, and trading it on Robinhood is no exception. There's still going to be that sort of risk involved where there's no regulatory authority over this. Not yet anyway, and we're still waiting to see how that rolls out. Okay, so something else I noticed, market orders and limit orders are going to be offered by Robinhood, and funny enough, the market orders aren't really market orders. They're going to be limit orders, call it up to 1% for buys and 5% for sells. So I think that's actually a great idea. Nobody should really be doing market orders. You'll lose tons of money based on slippage, and even if you want to get rid of a security really quickly, whether it's an equity or a cryptocurrency, put in a limit order, and then you'll know that that's the price you're going to get. When you do a market order, you have no idea, moments to moments, how much slippage you're going to actually get when you make the trade. And this is all due to the crazy algorithms that exist that constantly test prices for orders to see if they'll actually go through, because there's profit to be made just from people doing market orders, and it's brutal. So you don't need to do that, and you can just do a limit order, which means that you're going to buy or sell at whatever price you input, and that's it. So Robinhood is doing this just because of the volatility involved in crypto, and I think it's a good idea. So other than that, I didn't really see anything too interesting. I think it'll be good when it rolls out. I'm excited to have it on my app, and then we'll see how the market reacts to it, if it does. The one thing that would be nice is if Robinhood actually rolled this out to the entire United States and would get into countries like Canada and Europe and all over the world, because I know Rob in Canada would really love to have this app. So with that, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. I'm going to wrap it up here, but please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Robinhood. Let me know what you think about where Bitcoin is going, and we'll catch up next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you then.